And in Missoula County, a woman is dead and a man injured in a crash involving two vehicles Monday morning near Potomac. A 20-year-old woman was driving east on Highway 200 just before 7 o'clock when she lost control of her car and went into the other lane. There, her car hit another sedan traveling west. The woman was not wearing a seatbelt and died. The 46-year-old man driving the second vehicle was taken to the hospital but did not have life-threatening injuries. The crash shut down Highway 200 that morning but reopened a few hours later. The names of those involved have not yet been released. And Bridger Bowl recently unveiled a master development plan aimed to enhance the ski area experience for all ability levels. Now, this expansion would include 4 new chairlifts, 1 beginner lift, 2 intermediate to expert lifts, and 1 patrol lift. It also includes an additional 70 acres for newly developed runs, increased parking, expanded snowmaking capabilities, and various structural improvements are also part of this master plan. Today, Pope Francis remains in critical condition, but officials say he is slowly improving after being in the hospital for the last several days. Back here in Montana, MTN's Edgar Cedillo met with faith leaders in Gallatin County as they navigate the Pope's uncertain health.
Around the world, millions of Catholics have been watching Pope Francis's health pretty closely as he continues to receive treatment for other health-related issues. Here across southwest Montana, many faith leaders are still keeping a close eye.
That's a picture of St. Francis of Assisi. Our Holy Father is ill, and so we're all praying for him, of course, concerned for him, especially at 88.
News of a kidney issue over the weekend caused concerns for many Catholics, including Father Leo Proxel at Holy Rosary.
It affects us as Catholics that when the Holy Father, if he says something, or if he is ill, or if something happens to him, we're always concerned about that. So right now we're praying for him at all of our masses.
Father Leo says that many people from southwest Montana to around the world have been keeping a close eye on the Pope's health.
A worldwide appeal for the Holy Father has really grown. I think because people see always that the Pope is a man of peace.
Father Leo says that last year he had the chance to be in Rome and listen to Pope Francis in person, snapping this picture himself.
And he was so personable, and that so wonderfully impressed me. He just seemed so peaceful, this is okay. I'm doing what the Lord wants me to do, and I'll do that.
Father Leo says that in the meantime, he and many others will wish for the Pope's recovery.
Our hope that the Holy Father continues in his ministry and, till the Lord calls him home.
In Bozeman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
On Monday, disability advocates held a news conference in Helena, raising concerns about the Montana Attorney General's involvement in a case that they say could weaken federal disability protections. But the Attorney General's office says people are misinterpreting the possible effects. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian explains this case.
On Monday, advocates sought to deliver a message to Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen, get out of a federal lawsuit that they said is threatening the foundations of protections for people with disabilities.
It's that simple.
Disability Rights Montana hosted a news conference where they and other advocacy organizations argued that the suit from 17 state attorney generals was a threat to Section 504 of the Federal Rehabilitation Act. It's best known for its role in students' education plans, but it goes much further.
504, really, when it comes down to it, is what allows me to live and be a person who can exist and be productive and contribute to society in a way that's meaningful.
But Knudsen's office argues these concerns are mistaken. A spokesperson said in a statement, quote, "Bad faith actors are deliberately misconstruing this lawsuit 9 months after it was filed to frighten parents into believing that the attorneys general put Section 504 in jeopardy. That is categorically false. The The states filed the lawsuit primarily to challenge a Biden administration rule that added gender dysphoria as a condition entitled to protection under 504. However, their original complaint said Section 504 overall was coercive, untethered to the federal interest in disability, and unfairly retroactive, and asked the court to declare it unconstitutional. Last week, the state attorneys general submitted an updated filing, stating that they did not intend for the case to challenge the section in its entirety, but just to stop it being applied in some situations not tied directly to the Rehabilitation Act. And since the Trump administration is reversing Biden-era policies on gender, the case should remain on hold anyway. Scott Birkenbuell, the chief executive officer of Ability Montana, says whatever the state's intention, the language in the case hasn't changed, and advocates are still going to push back.
I think the disability community, we are going to continue to remain vigilant and focused so it doesn't get drowned out by all the other noise in the political arena right now.
For now, this case is remaining on a stay until the spring. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Still to come on your statewide noon news, the Dogies will live on, how Montana students rallied together to ensure the preservation of their mascot. But first, your full forecast is next.
Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Jason Stiff.
And good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. I want to show you a comparison of what we've done weather-wise in just a week in Montana and Wyoming. Pick out your favorite city or town. These were the lows 1 week ago this morning. Look at this northeastern part of the state had lows between 20 and 35 below. Parts of western Montana, especially west of the Divide, a little milder, mostly in the 20s. Compare that to the lows this morning. Some places, especially in eastern Montana, over 60 degrees warmer in just 1 week for those overnight lows. And now with that nice boost in the morning, we're also certainly milder this afternoon. As you can see, it's mostly 40s, a few upper 30s around Butte and Dillon. Upper 30s also for Kalispell. Some light rain showers and light snow showers today. Nothing very heavy and certainly not as cold as it has been recently, but the wind continues to blow, and that has what has been helping get the temperatures a lot milder. Even Miles City with gusts up to 37 miles an hour. Peak gusts have been awfully strong for central and western Montana. A lot of gusts between 40 and 55 miles an hour. And as you guess, we are not done with our advisories, watches, or warnings. We still have our wind advisory for the Livingston area. That lasts until later on tonight. Also high wind warning for areas north of there around Harleton. Big timber as well east of the Rocky Mountain front in northwestern Montana. The potential for gusts over 70 miles an hour, but also with the warming, areas in the lower elevations. Flood advisories out. That'll last through at least tonight, if not a little bit longer. We also have a flood advisory for the Tongue River near Miles City. That lasts until at least tomorrow with some localized flooding because of all the warmth and all the ice jams that have been caused around parts of the Tongue River, also the Yellowstone River too. So looking at around the state, we have a lot of clouds, but not much precipitation. We're going to lose most of our rain and snow-bearing clouds over the course of the next several hours. So by tomorrow, we'll still have that blustery weather, but also warmer than average weather. More sunshine. The wind's not going to be quite done with us. We'll still see some windy weather on Thursday and early Friday as another disturbance pushes through Manitoba and Saskatchewan, hitting mainly North Dakota, but we're going to have the residual wind coming out of that. Then a ridge of high pressure starts to build back up overhead. A lot of sunshine for Saturday. Some beautiful weather for us. Then increasing clouds Sunday into next Monday with a trough of low pressure coming in from the Pacific. That'll give us another chance, mainly 6 to 7 days from now, for some areas of rain and snow. So we're going to be above average every day until likely this coming Sunday. Then we head to next Monday. It'll be cooling down a little bit more. So our 7-day precipitation totals, nothing very heavy, a little bit in the short term. Then when that second storm comes in late Sunday and next Monday, we'll have a few places with a few hundredths to a few tenths of precipitation. But